to or back to my channel. Hey, I'm Ellen if you're new here, and today we are setting up for 2024 by creating some 2024 goals. So I made a previous video where I went through my sort of life audit. Oh, hello. How can I help you? Sorry for the short interlude. I went through, I don't have any lip gloss on. We obviously need to rectify that. So yeah, I went through my 2023 life audit and I basically looked at everything I liked and didn't like about myself and my life in 2023. And yeah, basically did a bit of an audit of my life for 2023. So I obviously following on from that, because I mentioned a lot in that video about my goals for 2024. So following on from that, I really wanted to film a video all about how I'm setting up my goal planning for 2024. And like that video, if you did a life audit along with me, then grab a cup of tea or coffee or your favourite beverage and let's plan our goals for 2024 together. So I am drinking Emma Chamberlain coffee that Pete Sister got me for, this is irrelevant, this is nothing to do with this, I just wanted to say it because it's really good. If you're in the market for a new coffee, and Pete Sister got it for me for Christmas and it's so good. I've got some continuing to brew. I should probably actually take it out now, to be honest, but continuing to brew that I'm going to use for iced coffee, and I'm going to make like an iced latte tomorrow morning, so I'm just going to finish it brewing and then chuck it in the fridge. And so that's how she does hers. So yeah, yes, let's get into this. So I've set up a page on Notion. Weirdly, I can't get my Notion from my app on the phone. I can't get it. It's not weird at all, actually. It's just I don't know the password for my Notion board, so I can't get it onto my laptop. But I wanted to do this on my laptop, so I've just set up a new page on Notion. And if I want, I can transfer it onto my phone, but I think I'll probably just end up keeping it in here. So I'm going to screen record for you so we can go through and do this together, because I think that's probably going to be the best way to do this. So if I'm looking down over here, that is because I'm planning on my laptop rather than, yeah, just kind of talking direct at you. So very much a bit of a plan along with me video. I need to remember how to screen record now. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. It's quite imperative to the video, so I better be able to. New screen recording, let's go. Okay, so yeah, I've set up this page on Notion. There's like nothing on it at the moment, so we can obviously add to it as we go. It was a yearly goals one, so do yoga every day just came on it for some reason. I will not be, that's not one of my goals. But how I went to split this up was I saw, I think on TikTok or when it was YouTube, somebody split their goals down into quarters, so quarters of the years, and each one has kind of like a target to hit, but also within that they'd split it down into what they were calling like the 12 weeks of the year, which obviously the 12 months of the year, but I don't know why they were calling it the 12 weeks. But basically like a goal for every month of the year as well. So like within your wider goals, you've got more manageable and more achievable goals within that. So I'm gonna call this 2024 goals. And then I'm going to break it down as they did into the 12 months of the year. So we've got, I'm just going to call it, do I want to go through January, February, March, April? Probably makes sense, doesn't it? Makes sense to me to do it that way. Sorry, is this really boring? Probably. I'll speed this up. I really want to just call it Q1, Q2 like we do at work, but I don't know, I feel like it's not as apparent. I've set up my quarters and my months, and for me I've got kind of, I guess like 3 big things that I do want to do throughout, which I've already got on my goals Notion board on my phone. Like 3 main areas I want to focus on for 2024, and those are finances, health and home. They are my main goals for 2024. So within those we're going to have split down things, but these 3 things are what I want to focus on for 2024. We are moving house hopefully in Q1 of 2024, in either Feb or March timing probably. So I'm going to focus my Q1 of 2024 on my home life. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a rocky period financially, where we have to buy things for the house, we have to buy the house in general. So Q1 is going to be all about like creating a home life that I really love. And I think for January we can kind of add in a goal just to make sure everything's moving forward with buying the house. That's going to be the big thing for me in the first month of the year, is just make sure everything's sorted with the house buying process. Obviously I'm gonna cut myself some slack for things that like are unavoidable and I can't control. So I think the biggest goal for January is going to be like the buying of the house. So flat buying process complete. And obviously if that all falls through, then I need to swing that goal and be like, how am I moving forward with finding us the next place, or where are we going to be living next, because we'll move up here in March for sure. So it's going to be like the home buying process, or just like moving in general. That's what Jan really needs to focus on. It's going to be like packing up here. I also within Jan want to focus a little on health as well. So I really want to do at least 3 classes or 3 exercise 3 times per week. I think that's realistic from the 2nd week of Jan. I just don't know if it's going to happen this week because life's busy. I've got 2 classes booked, so maybe I'll not push myself too much and I'll say 2 to 3 workouts a week. I do like 10k steps a day anyways, so like that's something that I have got in my like my routine anyway. So I want to do on top of that, want to do 2 to 3 workouts a week throughout January, and with the hope that in Feb we will be like in a routine of doing that. And obviously the routine, my whole routine of life is going to get quite broken within February, because it will be all about moving. So I think I just need to focus on moving in February. Like that is all I need to think about in terms of like goals. It is just all about moving, the packing, the bookings of all the logistics of it. Like there's so much to think about when it comes to moving, and my goal for February is just make that move as smooth as possible. I don't want to put any pressure on myself to kind of achieve anything outside of that, because we're doing this massive thing, and I think just achieving that in itself is more than enough for February. March, I will hopefully will be fully moved into the new house, or we will at least be moved into wherever we're going to be living for March. So we'll be moved basically, and I think March for me really needs to focus on creating home, because obviously like when you first move into somewhere, this flat felt like home straight away, my previous place felt like home straight away. So I'm quite good at creating a home. I think it's something that I am like naturally do. It doesn't like take too much thought for me. I think a lot of it comes from when when we were traveling and you were moving around so much. I wanted to like feel cozy and homely in all the spaces we were in, and I think I've just always kept that. Like, so when I am somewhere, I really want to make it as like home as possible. So March is going to be all about doing that, and we're moving to a new area as well. So not just creating home within the actual 4 walls of our home, but actually creating home within that area as well. So finding a new dentist, finding a new GP, finding somewhere to get my nails done, finding somewhere that I like to go for exercise, somewhere that I like to go for like a coffee, like just creating home as a general in this new space and this new place. So creating home is gonna be my goal for March. And I think for Q1 of my life, I think that my life for Q1 of the year, I think that is the main goal really. Like all these things here are the flat buying, the moving, the creating home. I think basically Q1 of the year just needs to be focusing on the home element of my life and creating a space I really love. So I'm just gonna call Q1 home. Like I don't feel like I need to expand on that. Like there's lots of different areas within that like I can work on, but like in the general gist of it is I just want to create home in the new space we're going to be in, and that is the main goal for that quarter of next year. I think just creating that space and getting really cemented in our routines and everything we're doing there. So that's like a big thing for Q1 of next year, is creating home. Then Q2, I'm going to focus on finances. So I will get well, fingers crossed, be getting a bit of a performance-based bonus from work, obviously at the end of the financial year, which will be April time. So I think that's a really like a good time for me to start focusing on finances. So what I'd want to do is get as much credit paid off as we can. So I'm gonna put that. And then I want to like focus on starting to do a bit of like a low buy. I don't want to do like a no buy, but like a low buy 3 months. So I think Q2 in general, I'm just going to call it like low spend, like low buy. Oh God. Low spend, low buy. Just to try and rack up as much as I can within savings. So I'm going to get that bonus, pay off my credit. And then I'm going to start working on building some emergency savings. So I think I just need to put in here like April, I need to do a bit of like financial planning. So credit paid off, financial planning, and I think like generally just bringing more money into my life. So looking at like how like extra income or asking for a pay rise, like those sorts of things. So I don't know how I'm going to word that, like just bringing more money in, like what's the word I'd like to use for that, like higher income, I'm going to call it. So like focusing on how I'm going to do that, or just outright asking for it, or like focusing on how I can monetize this a bit better. So I just want to, that's like April's quite hefty in terms of what I want to be looking at for April. But it's basically not just about creating that money, but like financially planning how I'm going to do it. One of the big goals for like my finances, I want to have an emergency savings pot. Pretty much all of our savings is going into buying this home, buying the flat. So I want to work on building up a bit of a savings pot again. So I need to figure out like the best account, like best high interest account, whether I should put it in bonds, like where I should be putting that money, and like what sorry, just kind of flipped, I don't know why it's happened, and what I should be doing there in terms of finances. So just a bit of planning in order to at the end of the year get to my emergency savings goal, which I'd like to have 3 months worth of wages in an emergency savings pot. So I think it's doable, but that we'll see how it goes. Like obviously life's very expensive at the moment. We're doing something very expensive at the beginning of the year, buying probably the most expensive purchase we'll ever buy, well, until the next one, but it's a big deal. So that is what I want to focus on for April, just a bit of financial planning. And in May, I'd like to focus on, it's actually quite hard, like I feel like I'm like trying to hit them all off quicker than I was expecting. But I think also like along with this, or the moving and I want to keep up with my health was a big one I wanted to put into it as well. And I don't want to put it in Q2 because I have wanting to do like a low spend, see how much I can save, see what I can do with that. Maybe I'll do like a no spend challenge or something, because obviously summer gets quite expensive. So I'm maybe going to do a no spend month, like as a bit of a challenge to myself. I think that would be like, I'm again not gonna kill myself if I don't do all of these, but I think that would be something interesting to do, especially when we're like focusing on finances this month anyway. I think that would be a really interesting thing to do. Then June, I want to focus on like it's the beginning of summer. I really want to get back into running. So although this is like a kind of financial quarter, I do want to get some like health sprinkled in there, and running is the big thing I want to get back into. So I'm just going to put running. I'm just going to say I'm going to focus on getting back into running. I ran the London Marathon in October 2022. And I honestly haven't really run since, and I loved how running made me feel, so I really want to get back into it. So that's definitely something that I will put on the list. I am a very much a fair weather runner. Like, I only like running in the summer, so this is like the perfect time to do it, really. I don't want to be my ring lights just sort of died. Yeah, that's no point even having that on. I don't want to be running in the winter. Like, I just have no interest. So yeah, I will be focusing on that for June. July, I don't know, we're going away, and I don't remember if it's June or July, but I think I'm just going to give myself summer to focus on, like, I know it's not one of my main goals, but like social, like just focus on like allow myself to focus on just being social and not really like too much else out of that. So I think I want to focus on, oh actually, do I want to focus on social, or do I want to change this, and do I want to focus on, like, I'm gonna put my all into YouTube all year. I think that's something I need to put on here as well. Like, I want to like focus a lot on building this platform. I've given myself the goal to post 3 times a week, along with every Monday, so it'll be starting from Monday coming, I want to do a weekly vlog. So I've given myself like a really hefty goal for YouTube, so it would be silly not to put that on here. It would just be silly not to put it on here, because I am gonna really go for it in terms of YouTube. And I think within July though, I want to focus on like my social life, and I think that does fall into home as well. So I would just want to focus on like doing as many fun things as possible. Like, I feel like I'm gonna like the first quarter is all going to be about moving, second quarter is all going to be about trying to save as much money as possible to rebuild everything I've spent from moving. And I feel like I'm gonna be it's possible I could be a bit burnt out by all of that when we come to quarter 3, and I don't want to like have my whole life focusing on these like big goals. I'd like to kind of give myself some time to like just be a girl in my early 30s living life, you know. So I think I'm gonna focus on social for July, and I think August I'm trying to think, like, do I want quarter 3 just to be about like social in general, like my like social well-being, I'm gonna call it. Like basically making sure I don't burn out from the savings, the moving, like all of that side of things, and make sure I'm still having fun. So I think like I'll do July and August and September as like my social well-being months. So I'm focusing on like social, seeing friends, making time for all the people in my life that I love, making sure I'm like hosting lots, making sure that I'm like organizing things and I'm like putting myself out there, I'm saying yes. Like maybe I put August could be about saying yes. Like I don't know what that's gonna mean, but like I feel like it's gonna mean something. I've got all these like things that I'm like, I know, like, I just have this big feeling for 2024 that it's gonna be really special, and I don't know why, but like August, I don't know, something is calling me to just be like, just say yes to things like this. Saying yes is what I'm gonna put in for August. Like, I just gave myself goosebumps, but I don't know why. Like, I don't know what I'm looking forward to. Like, I don't even know what that is gonna entail, but it's gonna entail something. And I think it's gonna be, I don't know, something's gonna be important about these, like the social well-being part of the year. Like, I just need to focus on friendships, and I think that's just what I'm gonna put family / friends. They're very like what's it called, it's like very intertwined, my family and my friendships, like my sister's my best friend and that sort of thing. Like, it's very like, you know, oh god, what am I doing? Okay, intertwined, I would say. Then quarter 4, I think I want it to be about like I'm gonna have this really social time, then I'm gonna burn out from too much socializing, and I want quarter 4 to be about like kind of like my health. like mental and physical health and like bit of like hibernation time. I want to like go into hibernation and like work out really hard, eat really well. So I'm gonna really focus Q4 on like physical and mental health is what I'm gonna call it. Because I think I'll have summer as like my social time, then I'll like need to take a step back and be like, right, you need to relax now and focus on you and your like emotional well-being like as well. So I think I want to do, maybe October I'll try and do, I don't want to do 75 hard because that'll go across basically the whole month. I just think it's too long. Like a version of 75 hard, but for the month. Like quit drinking. Oh, because it's like Stoptober and stuff, isn't it? Let's put Stoptober on there as well. Is Stoptober for smoking? Anyway, I'll do it. I'll put it on there anyway. And like really like be like, right, I've had a great time throughout summer. Winter's here. Let's like kick ass in terms of like physical health. And then like prepping for like December, I'd also like November to be about like I guess like I would want to call it like glow up, but like spend it like getting my hair done, getting my lashes done, getting my nails done, like feeling really beautiful. I don't know what to put that in, like I'm gonna put glow up, but in terms of like spending a bit of money on my like physical appearance, maybe I've saved some money so I can like do Invisalign or get my teeth whitened or like something special, get Botox or something like that, like get like something that makes me feel like I'm like glowing up, ready for 2025. And I feel like that would be like a really like nice reset to the end of the year. December is going to be all about Christmas, my birthday. No goals. No goals for December. All just about being December-y and being festive and relaxing and being with friends and family, and no big goals for December. I'm not gonna do that to myself. So yeah, I'm actually so happy with how that's turned out, and like looking at that, like I'm really like, it's made me just feel a bit clearer, like because I had all these goals, and this is actually a great way to do this because I had these big goals, but like I didn't really have any context of like when or where I'd be implementing them into my life, and I feel like this is the perfect way to do this. So every month, at the end of the month, I'm going to sit down with you guys and look back on what I put on this list for that certain month or for that certain quarter, and then do like a audit of the previous month and see where we're at with it. I might do it in the weekly vlogs, or I might do it outside of that, I'm not sure yet, but end of January is when we'll re-review this, see where we're at with the flat buying process, see where we're at with working out, how we're feeling about that, and obviously if there's any other bits within our goals, maybe look at how we're doing YouTube subscriber wise, and if there's any other sort of bits within our goals, then we can like, sorry the camera died, but what I was saying was we'll come back every month and review. So remember to hit subscribe if you're new here. Thank you for hanging out and doing this with me, and hit subscribe if you're new to be updated for all those new like monthly updates, and also for my weekly vlogs and all my other content. So yeah, I'll catch you in my next one. Bye guys.